Hello, Andrew here. Sorry about the long video yesterday, but okay, day 7 of our 7-day training series on financial planning. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed and learnt a lot so far, but we've been through why you need to plan financially. We've been through budgeting, we've got a budget, we've worked out your financial position, we've taught you to eliminate debt, we've given you some strategies on how to do so. Okay, we've looked at different types of income, passive and active incomes, and we've talked about where you really ultimately need to be financially free. Yesterday we talked about some investment strategies, and today we need to talk about goal setting. Okay. Now this is extremely important. So imagine you are an archer with your bow and arrow. Okay, if you haven't got a target, where do you point the arrow? Where do you go? If you aren't aiming for anything and you shoot, what's your likelihood of hitting it? Nothing. Without goals, you will wander aimlessly through life. You might have fun, buy a nice car, go on a holiday, blah, 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 but by the time you get to the end of it, if you haven't been, sorry, my glass is glaring a little bit, if you haven't been planning your financial situation, then you may well come up against a brick wall. Inflation and tax creep, we may well catch up with you ultimately. Hang on. Low battery. We'll see if we can finish the video before it dies. Huh? So goal setting, right, here's where you and your wife, or you if you're a single person, need to sit down and really determine what you want out of life. Okay, do you want to live where you want to live? Do you want to live where you live now? Do you want to live in a better house? What car do you want to drive? Do you want to be working your job in another 5 to 10 years? Do you want a business? If you're a couple, do you want, if your wife has to go to work, do you want to replace her income and get her home to raise your kids instead of the 50-year-old bitter old woman and the 18-year-old emo who are raising your kids at the childcare centre? I mean, things like that. What do you want? This goal setting's one of two things. It's something that you don't want and you want to move away from, okay, i.e. Mum, I don't want Mum going to work because I want her to raise our children instead of sending them to childcare. I don't want to be in debt. I'm sick of struggling for money, okay, I'm sick of driving my old car, I'm sick of this neighbourhood, we want to move to somewhere safer. I want to put the kids through private school because public school's full of gangs and, all that. Things that you really despise and hate and dislike about your situation at the moment that you want to move away from. And ultimately over here is your desires, okay? So you want to move away from bad things and you want to move towards your desires. Now what do you want out of life? Have you ever really sat down as a couple or as an individual and written down what you want? Do you want to travel? Do you want to go to Disneyland? Do you want to go and see Europe? If you're a golfer, do you want to go and play around at St Andrews in Scotland? If you're a fisherman, do you want to go and catch a marlin out in the islands up north somewhere? Do you want to go climb a mountain? Do you want to climb Mount Everest? Are you going to take some? Do you want to travel? I don't know, wherever you want to travel. Your living arrangements, do you want a better house? Do you need a bigger house? Do you want a holiday home? Somewhere where you can go on weekends and just escape? Okay. Do you want a boat? To go skiing, fishing, just cruising and having a lunch and a sip of champagne? What do you want? Now here's your homework for today. Husband, wife, involve the kids. Get a big bit of paper or a couple of big bits of paper and write down what you want out of life. Write down things you want, things you don't want, and form a game plan to move away from the ones you don't and move towards the ones you do. Okay? Now, Very, very important. Just saying that. Now, now that you've completed the course, okay, you've got your finances in order and you've got some goals to shoot for, okay. If you want, I'm willing to set up a 30-minute discussion where we can look at your situation, we can look at your current financial position, your investments, all that, and we can look at some of your goals. And I can help you form a plan to actually get to where you want to go. How would that be? So that's the bonus. Tomorrow, or you can skip ahead as we have done with all the other lessons, there'll be a contact form where we can go through. I'll ask you several things on the contact form, contact details, some goals, things like that. And what we can do is schedule a time for you and your wife or you to sit down over a Skype and have a conversation across the desk, similar to the videos that you've been watching. Just sitting across the desk teaching you stuff, we can have a conversation and I can give you some advice, point you in this direction or that direction, depending on your situation. Okay, so skip ahead. If you've done, do your goal setting first. No cheating. Okay. Once you've done your goal setting, press the skip button. Work out if you can actually reach your goals in 1 to 2 years doing what you're doing, then you're set. Do it. But if you can't, then let's get together and form a strategy for you. Okay. So thanks for running through my course. If you think it's valuable and you think anyone else that you know could benefit from this course, by all means, recommend them. Okay, go through as groups. I mean, get the Facebook comments below and tag them in and say, hey, I just went through this course. Bill Jones, you need to look at it too. Tag them and they'll see it and join the course, and you know, we can all be free together and go on, you know, multi-family travel trips. Enjoy life. Okay, so enjoy, have fun doing the goals list, and don't hold back. If there's some freaked out things you want to do, write them down, because if you haven't written them down, they won't come true. If you have written them down, there's a chance. Okay, so until then, until tomorrow, Andrew out. Enjoy.